Hello friends, it's Dave here from SaveDex, and I thought I'd do another video just showing off my physical Switch games, say a little bit about each one. So they are all up here behind me. I'm going to have to take them off the shelf now, aren't I? So just remember, this is only the physical games I'm showing off. On here I've got a lot of digital games, and it'll take me forever to go through all of them, so I'm only going to show the physical ones off here. So if there are any games missing from my collection, let me know in those comments down below, any recommendations you have. I might own it digital, I'll let you know if I do. So let's get these all off the shelf, shall we? So I've cleared the shelf behind me, ready to show off my physical games. So remember, some of these games I have talked about in greater detail in other videos, I'll let you know if I do. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see me cover any of these games in the future. Just let me know if you want to see my full thoughts on any of them. So let's just sum them up briefly. So first game on here, alphabetically of course, is Hat in Time. Now this is a fantastic 3D platformer. It's more in the vein of sort of something like Mario Sunshine, where you have like different missions on the different levels to get the collectible, and yeah, it's really fun one. I enjoyed changing the different hats to do different abilities. Really good game. Next up is ARMS, which is a fun fighting game on the Switch, obviously. I actually do have a review of this game on the channel if you want to see my full thoughts. And I also have a video where I predict a potential sequel for this game, which I think I had some good ideas in that, so why don't you check that one out as well. Next is Astral Chain, which I remember it being kind of a big deal for some people when it came out, and it was for me. I was excited because I like the developers here. It's one of those games where it's when you get into it, it's really good, really involved, a lot going on, but when you put it down, it's really hard to pick it back up again, and it's really hard to get back into it because there's so much going on, and for that reason I've never beaten the game. So if I was to play it again, I'd probably start from the beginning, but still fun while I was playing it. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. This is actually the first ever game I've bought that wasn't PAL region. It's an American copy, I believe. But yeah, it's a roguelike game, very popular one. I'm sure a lot of people know what this is. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I eventually got this one when it went kind of cheapish because I really liked the older Castlevania games, and I thought this was something similar to that. I played it on a stream a while ago and I had a hard time getting into this one, but I also downloaded Curse of the Moon, the first one, on the eShop, and actually prefer that game to this. So don't know if that's just me or what other people think of it, but anyway, still a good game though. Bomber Crew Complete Edition, and that was my third time trying to pronounce that title. It's a bit of a tongue twister. I was given this as a birthday present a few years ago from a friend, and I haven't beaten it yet. I've played it, but it's sort of like a management simulator where you're in an aeroplane. You got to give everyone a different job on there to sort of manage. It's like a fighter plane sort of thing. So yeah, pretty good game, but very hard I found. Burnout Paradise Remastered. This is a fun sort of playground, sandboxy kind of racing game. You got to go find where the races are and things like that, and you can just free roam it if you want and have some fun crashes. Why not? Cave Story Plus. Now this one, I'll open it up, has a few little goodies in there, but as you might have noticed, there's no actual cartridge in there. Now this isn't a deal where it gave you a code in the box, because I didn't even get a code in the box. Basically I ordered it off Amazon and they sent me an empty box that had not the cartridge or a code or anything. So I emailed them, they gave me a refund for it, but said I can keep the box anyway. Then a week later, Cave Story Plus goes on sale on the eShop, so I just downloaded it on there. So although I have the physical box, I have a digital copy of this game. Chronos Before the Ashes. Now this is a sort of action-adventure game with a levelling up system in there as well. It's actually a birthday present I got last week, and I'm actually really enjoying this one. I'm about halfway through it, I think, and it's kind of like got to find your own way through it. It's kind of a bit of a labyrinth in there, and every time you die your character ages a bit, so they get older and things like that. But there's quite a few good puzzles in there I found, and yeah, I'm enjoying playing through this one. Contra Rogue Corps. Now I was given this as a birthday present last year as well, and I've not actually played this game yet still, I'm sorry to say. It's just one I've just never get around to playing some games, but I do want to give this a go one day. I mean, it's a co-op game, isn't it? So up to 4 players, so maybe I've got a few people over, we can give this one a go. There's a panda in it, so that'd be pretty cool, right? Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. So good, I own it twice. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. This is a really good remake of Crash Team Racing, and I'd love to see Diddy Kong Racing get this sort of treatment as well. Cruise and Blast is a recent release on the Switch. I actually got this delivered to me a few days before release, which meant I was able to get a review out early, which actually did quite well for the channel, so I appreciate this game. It's a lot of fun still. Dark Souls Remastered. I haven't got very far in this game. I don't know if anyone's told you this, but it's very hard. Disney classic games, Aladdin and The Lion King. Now, The Lion King on the Mega Drive was a game I played over at Friends back in the day, and I really loved it. I don't have much experience with the Aladdin ones, but it's getting some DLC, adding the Super Nintendo Aladdin and also the Jungle Book games on there. But people are crying out, why isn't the SNES Aladdin on there? Because, I mean, it's made by a different company, that's probably why, but now they're able to get it on there. But I'm saying, why isn't the Game Gear Lion King on here? That's the one I owned as a child. I'd love to be able to play that again. Doraemon Story of Seasons. Now, this is the first game I've presented so far that's actually Sophie's. So yeah, she enjoys these sorts of games, as you might have noticed if you watch the channel regularly. So yeah, that's Sophie's game. She really likes it, and she recommends it. Cool. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So good. I own it twice. Empire of Sin. Now, we actually had a hard time getting this. We ordered it in plenty of time for it to come out, but we didn't get it till like a week later. I think a lot of people are having trouble with the physical one not being delivered till late. So anyway, this is Sophie's game, not mine. She's played it, she's enjoying it, so that's all that matters, isn't it? FIFA 19, don't judge me. I do enjoy playing the odd FIFA game with my brother. I'm always a one per console sort of person when it comes to FIFA because I don't really follow football, but I do enjoy playing the games. So the whole updated squads and stuff mean nothing to me. But and EA just release this game over and over again, don't they, with the different updated squads. So I'm glad I stick to one per console on this. Game Builder Garage. This is Sophie's game, this one. I've not played it myself, but I have seen she's made SpongeBob on here, so I think she's enjoying it. Go Vacation, another game of Sophie's. This is a Wii port, actually, onto the Switch, and I've played this with her, and it is a fun little game, this one. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Now, in the early days of me streaming, about a year ago as I filmed this game came out, I think a year tomorrow. And so, yeah, this is a Hyrule Warriors sequel or prequel to Breath of the Wild. A really fun game, and in my early days of streaming, as I was saying, this is the first game that I streamed from beginning to end, the entire thing chronicled on there, on the second channel, SaveDex live streams. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I haven't got the DLC because I don't see myself playing through it, but yeah, really good time for what it was. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. So good I own it twice, even though this is kind of different because this has all the DLC included. Even though I bought all the DLC for this, I didn't actually buy the 3DS one because I didn't have the new 3DS, so I thought I'm not going to get the benefits of the better performance. But yeah, this just has everything on it. I really, really like this game. Immortals Phoenix Rising. This is a game that Sophie got me for Christmas last year, and I really do like this. It's kind of like Breath of the Wild, but Greek mythology. And I have had a good time with this one. The only thing I sort of said was I didn't like the default controls on it, and it does let you customize fully, which is fantastic, but it took me a while to get to a control scheme that I was comfortable with. But when I got there, game was fantastic. Speaking of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, this was the first game I got on the Switch. I think that was the case for a lot of people, but for a while this was the only game I had on the Switch, so I sunk a lot of time into this. I absolutely love it, cannot wait for the sequel. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now, I never owned a Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Color, but I never owned the Game Boy version of this game. I had played it at a friend's who showed me how to steal from the shops. It's pretty much all I remembered. But I do have it on the 3DS Virtual Console. But I had to get this one. I mean, I do really like the art style in this one, and I didn't really have a great memory of Link's Awakening, so a lot of the puzzles and dungeons were still kind of new to me, or at least I couldn't really remember them too well. So I had a great time playing through this one. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. So good, I own it twice. But no, I always tend to buy the HD remakes of Zelda games, and I just really like this one. I do have a review of this game on the channel. I have my full set of live streams of this game on the second SaveDex live streams channel, so go check them out if you want my full thoughts. So we're done with column number 1. Let's move on to column number 2, and here we got LEGO DC Supervillains. I haven't played this one all the way through, but I do enjoy the Lego games in general. They're just fun, aren't they? They're simple but kind of addictive as well with all the collecting. I love collectibles. So yeah, do enjoy these. And then the Lego Harry Potter collection as well. I did own these on the Xbox 360 and got all the achievements on them. I don't own them anymore, but it's because this came out, so it's nice to have this handheld, although it does keep crashing now for some reason. So I don't know what's wrong with that. Okay, next one is A Lost Sphere. This was a birthday present from a friend a few years ago. It's an RPG. I don't usually play all the way through RPGs. I haven't played all the way through this, but I've put a lot more time into this one than I usually do. Maybe I should get back to this one as well. It's actually quite good. Luigi's Mansion 3. I actually started replaying through this recently in the spirit of Halloween, but man, this is such a great game, honestly. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and we're getting a sequel to this next year, which I'm really excited for. Now, I had a really good time with this. I don't usually play through these sorts of turn-based tactical games all the way through, but maybe because Mario's in it is the reason I have done. I got the Donkey Kong DLC as well, played all the way through that. I absolutely loved this game. Cannot wait for the sequel next year. Mario Golf Super Rush. Oh, what do I say about this one? I do have a review on it. It was more of a first impressions review we did. We had Jeffrey from Indie Gaming Guild involved in that. But the thing about this one is it's just kind of meh. After a while, they have added more courses to it, but it's just not as interesting as the other Mario Golf games I'm finding. And even we're at that time now where me and Sophie are coming up with our top 10 favourite games of the year, and I was going through my Switch, and every game that came out this year that we own and stuff like that, I wrote down everything that came out is eligible for the list. And even though I was looking for a list, I just overlooked this game. I just completely forgot this came out, even though it was right there in my face. So yeah, it's kind of forgettable, this one, and not too interesting. It's not bad, just not the best. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so good. I own it twice. But this one added a battle mode, included all the DLC. This came out like the second month of the Wii's life, and yeah, I got it straight away, and it's best-selling game on the Switch, I think. But obviously you know that we own this one because we stream this most weeks, so hopefully, if you haven't done that yet, join us most Thursdays or Fridays. We stream Mario Kart with the viewers, so you can join in with us and have us beat you. Mario Party Superstars, so good, I own it twice. And I genuinely do, because I have a digital copy, so this isn't actually going to be mine forever. I basically bought this for day one, or ordered it, but then Glenn from Switch Up asked me if I could review it for him, and I said, well, I've got to wait for the physical copy to come, and the place I ordered it from isn't reliable at getting it to me day one. So he gave me a digital code so I could use that for review. So I have that digital, but then this arrived, but my brother's buying a Switch soon, so I'm going to give this to him. So problem solved. I can play this online with my brother then. And yeah, really fun. Me and Sophie stream this regularly just because we cannot get enough of this game. Honestly, absolutely love this game so much. We're going to continue streaming it, having a lot of fun with it. We tried it online with some people. It can be laggy at times, but the last 2 times we played a full board game online, there was no lag at all, so that was good. So the online does work for the most part, I found. Mario Tennis Aces. Now, like Mario Golf Super Rush, this isn't as interesting or as fun as I found mainly the GameCube Mario Tennis or the N64 ones. But unlike Mario Golf, this one I think is still an amazing game. I actually got so addicted to the online on this game in the early months of it coming out and played this so much. I haven't played it for a while now, but I do really like it. I really like the new mechanics of you jumping to your ball and having the charged up power shots and things like that. But I do find it's kind of a steep learning curve for it, so trying to teach it to someone so that you can have a good enough game with another person that's not online is kind of difficult, but you can get there. It's not as accessible, but you can still play normal rules if you want. Metroid Dread. I did a long discussion video with Aston from Grinning Wolf Games about the Metroid series in total, and we discussed our thoughts on Metroid Dread then. But since we recorded that though, I have actually beaten this game. It is absolutely amazing. Honestly, this game is just incredible. If you haven't got it already, go get it. Support this franchise. If they're going to be as good as this in future, we need more games from this franchise. Go and buy it. Minecraft, I think everyone owns this game, don't they? This is actually Sophie's, not mine. I'm not really that into it myself, so she enjoys it. That's all that matters, right? Mortal Kombat 11. Now, I bought the Switch version of this purely because of the portable play, and I ended up not playing it portably. And it was also because on the PS4 I only had one controller, and I've got two on the PS4 now, so I can play it multiplayer on there now. But I might actually buy the PS4 version and sell this, because this keeps on getting updates, and not just the paid DLC, but without buying the DLC you have to do these updates, and it's like in the 20 something gigabytes now or something like that, and there's just no space on your Switch for that. So I might just have to sell this and buy the PS4 version that has the DLC included as well. So buy Mortal Kombat 11. Very fun game, but yeah, can't have you anymore. New Pokemon Snap. Oh, what a game this is. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the original Pokemon Snap on the N64. Been wanting a sequel for years. After one didn't come for the Wii U, I gave up hope because that gamepad was just perfect for it. But they put one on Switch, and this really surpassed what you'd expect from a new Pokemon Snap. There was just so much going on. Probably a bit too much going on at times, if truth be told. But seriously, I really enjoyed playing through this game. It took me a lot longer to beat than I expected, but I'm happily going to play this through again to try and fill out that photo dex. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. So good. I own it twice. And funnily enough, Sophie actually bought this for me as a present several years ago. And then I ended up buying her this as a present just last year, I think. So this is Sophie's game, that's mine. They're the same game. I don't know what the differences are actually. But yeah, very fun game. We're both big fans of Studio Ghibli. So yeah, obviously we enjoy this sort of RPG. A recent purchase of mine is the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. I actually got gifted a Amazon voucher for my birthday last week, and I put it towards this. So I've had my eye on it for a while. This is the Asian copy of it, but it has all like English text in the games. And one thing about this though, it's a collection of 3 games. All 3 of them are on the cartridge, which is amazing. GTA Trilogy, take note. But it's just amazing when they do something like that. So yeah, brilliant games. I can't wait to play through them all again. Been playing the first one, it's so good. Honestly, I love these games. Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 1. I actually got given this for Christmas from a friend, actually. And you build things out of cardboard, don't you? And put your Switch in them and interact with them. I'll show you here. We got the piano. This is the only one I've got like with me at the minute, so I can show you. But yeah, you press the keys, do that, and it's sort of like the Joy-Cons vibrating. But if I take that out, that thing, and it works. Aren't I good at piano, eh? Okay, Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, the official video game. That's a very short title. This is Sophie's as well. She likes this sort of thing. She liked the fact that it had that Sonic costume, which I think is hilarious as well. And also the fact you can create your own athlete. Of course, we created Tom Hanks. Why would you not? So that's Sophie's game. I've played through them as well. They're really fun to play, this one. Okay, next one is one I don't have the box on me at the time. That is Paper Mario Origami King. That is a game I have reviewed on the channel, so check that one out. I enjoyed it for what it was. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is a game I didn't own on the Wii U, so I was happy this one got brought to Switch. Has some extras in it and like DLC and things like that. And yeah, really fun game. I did stream it a few weeks ago, and it was one of the first games I streamed with the multiplayer on. Bingo Battle, I think, is one of the best multiplayers included in a single player game. So honestly, really love Bingo Battle. Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville. Now, this is a game I ordered ages ago from Amazon when it dropped in price, and they sent me a protractor instead, which was weird. They gave me a refund. They didn't send me another copy because they'd sold out or something. So I waited. Eventually, it came back in stock, and I ordered it again. I got the game, so I can measure angles as well now, so that's pretty good. Poi Explorer Edition. I think this suffered because it came out on Switch like near Mario Odyssey, so I don't think this did as well as it should have done. But if you like classic like N64 style 3D platformers, this is it. Honestly, this game is amazing. Pokemon Shield I got for my birthday a few years ago. I really do enjoy this one. I think the fact that it's based on England really made me take a shine to this one. And yeah, I played through it. I actually filled out the Pokédex on this one, so I did put a lot of time into it. I've got the DLC, but I haven't played through all of that yet. But it's just one where maybe I should get back to that soon. But another Pokemon game came out today as I record this. That is Pokemon Shining Pearl is the one we've gone for because Sophie's brother's got on Diamond, so we can trade with him. But it's really shining because it's still in its cellophane. This is actually Sophie's, not mine. I'm not particularly interested in this game myself. I did have Pokemon Diamond on the DS. I played through it all the way, but it didn't really leave much of an impression on me, so I'm happy to not play for it again. I'm waiting for Arceus, let's be honest. So Sophie's definitely going to enjoy playing through that, and I'll watch her play it. I'll get involved with it, but yeah, so I'm glad that she's happy with this one. So Ring Fit Adventure, which is sort of like the Switch's version of Wii Fit. And I'll tell you what, it comes with this ring thing here. And honestly, to show how unfit I am really, when I first loaded this up, it tells you to sort of squeeze to when the text comes up on the dialogue at the beginning, and you have to squeeze to press A to do it. And after that first dialogue, just doing that, I was in agony, honestly. And I was like, is that what the workout is? But yeah, I really do enjoy the sort of the running and doing the exercises to beat the monsters and things like that. Although this is really Sophie's game, I have put some time into it myself, but yeah, it works really well, I find. Now, Rocket League, I really liked the idea of Rocket League when I first heard of it, and I waited for it to come to Switch, and I got onto the Switch it came, and I got the physical version. Although it's now a free-to-play game, so obviously a lot of people can have access to that game now. I still enjoy this game so much. It's one of my most played games on the Switch. I got so hooked to the online on that. It's just such a fun game, this one. I'll show two at once now. That is Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4. These are Sophie's as well. She really likes these games so much that she owns that one twice. I did have Saints Row 3 on the PS3 because it was one of the PlayStation Plus games 1 month. So yeah, Sophie really likes these. So, you know, I've not played them that much though. Sega Mega Drive Classics, they call this collection. There's a whole bunch of Mega Drive games because, you know, I don't have any other ways of playing, you know, classic Mega Drive games. Or even, you know, not even back on the GameCube days I had that, or, you know, even when I had my Xbox 360, you know, no other ways to have Mega Drive games, so I've got to have that. Okay, second column is full now, so let's go on to the ones I'm stacking like in a row there, which I don't know how that's going to work out, so let's see. Sniper Elite 3 and 4, these are fun little stealth sniper games. I really enjoy playing through these. That one's a bit more open than this one, but yeah, very fun games. Sonic Forces, now this is a game that got recommended by a viewer for me to stream, so I ended up doing it. And it's one that everyone says this game's terrible, awful, like, oh god, I feel sorry for you that you played it. And I'm like, I wouldn't call it bad myself. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not great. It's just kind of okay, and it's forgettable. That's the thing, I don't really remember much about this game. Now, it's only a few months ago I played it, so really, again, it's not bad, but it's nothing really that special about it. I do like that you can create your own character though. Splatoon 2, of course, Splatoon's just fun. I don't play it a whole lot myself, but whenever I do, I have a great time, even though I lose constantly. Spyro Reignited Trilogy, so good, I own it twice. And this is one of those other games where only one of the games is actually on the cartridge. You're lucky your games are awesome, Spyro. Okay, Starlink Battle for Atlas. Now this is a game that came with this awesome R-Wing thing. I've never actually played this, so there's that. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Now this goes really cheap physically a lot of the time I see. And it's got Street Fighter on it. Can't go wrong, can ya? Streets of Rage 4 actually was given to us as a gift from a viewer actually. Chef Uwu, shout outs to you there. We actually did stream this game and we had an amazing time with it. Thank you so much for this awesome game. Super Bomberman R was a launch game on the Switch. I didn't buy it straight away. I did eventually, obviously, because it's here. I believe this game's free to play now, but the free to play version isn't very good from what I've heard. I've not actually played this in a while, but the base game on here was just classic Bomberman, really fun. Super Mario 3D All-Stars, I enjoy playing through these 3 games again. Obviously, I'd rather that they did remake them from the ground up, like what Crash and Spyro got. I'd rather it was cheaper, but sadly that's not what Nintendo seemed to do. But yeah, I still had fun with these games. I still like to play through this and every now and then. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, so good, I own it twice. Let's be real, I also got the Steelbook that came with that. But yeah, Bowser's Fury mode was such a fun mode that added quite a bit to this game. So that's why I doubled down. I might not have bought it again if it was just 3D World again, but that mode was just so good. Super Mario Maker 2. Now, this one I find really fun. I don't make levels myself very much. I've made a few, but I'm not really in the whole creative side of it. But I do love playing people's levels online, though. And I've seen some fantastic levels made by people, some really clever ones. And I find that actually the quality of the levels themselves, that I've seen anyway, are better than I found on the first game. They're much less troll levels, much less a million enemies thrown at you levels. So I actually really do appreciate the effort the community have put into making these levels. Really fun, addicting time this is. Super Mario Odyssey, though, one of my favourite Switch games, one of the best games I've ever played. Can't put it simpler than that. Super Mario Party. Now, this is a game I really liked it when it came out because it was a return to form for the Mario Party franchise. It sort of went in the step in the right direction. But now we've got Mario Party Superstars, I'm kind of looking at this one less fondly, but it's kind of irrelevant because I cannot play this game anymore because you need to use a single Joy-Con to play this with, and in order to activate a single Joy-Con, you have to press these 2 buttons here, the SL and SR buttons. I own 4 Joy-Con. On 3 of them, the SL and SR buttons don't work anymore for some reason. So, yeah, I can't actually play this game multiplayer anymore, so that's that one done. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, everyone knows on this channel that I really like this game. I've talked about it enough. The DLC's all finished now, the game is complete, Sora's here. I absolutely love this game. I play this one online quite a bit still. And yeah, just really fun game. I got the collector's edition there that came with the GameCube. Check out Nintendo Hub because I talked about that in full detail on the video on there of like, it was a community video of favourite physical Switch games, wasn't it? So yeah, that one's there. Sushi Striker, Way of Sushido. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? This is Sophie's game as well. She really likes it. It's really fun with the touchscreen, this one. Team Sonic Racing is actually a really good car racing game, kart racer. I was expecting this to just be meh, but I still got it because I love Sonic, and actually it's a lot better than I thought it would be. I did a video in the very early days of the channel comparing this to Crash Team Racing. Want to know which one I prefer? Check that video out, you'll find it on the channel. Tetris 99 came as a freebie to Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. I got so addicted to it, I played it so much. I kind of worried that I was playing it too much. That's the reason why I bought this physical, not just for the DLC, and it came with the Year of NSO or something like that, and but also because I thought if I've got it physical that I have to put the cartridge in each time, I'm going to play it less, and it did work. So I'm not playing it too much now, so that's good. Amazing game though. Trials Rising, there was a Trials game on the Xbox 360, I think it was called Trials HD, that I used to show to my brother, and he absolutely loved it. We just loved getting through these stages and just crashing on purpose, just watching our ragdoll effects and stuff, and this game's no different. A lot of fun, this one. Unravel 2, I think this is one of the best co-op games on the Switch. Really enjoyed the first one on PS4, but yeah, I had to get this one when it came to Switch. Absolutely played through it all with Sophie. Amazing game. WarioWare Get It Together, I think is just incredible. It's probably the best WarioWare game I've played. Although the GameCube one does have a special place in my heart, this is just fantastic. playing as the different characters overtop the mini games, and some of them have sort of different ways on how to manipulate the game to beat it, means that not only is there just like 200 micro games or something, but the different characters make you play those micro games differently. So there's a lot of depth to this one. I really, really enjoy it. Even in solo player, even though co-op is emphasized, it's still a lot of fun to play in single player. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I would have done my whole so good I own it twice joke again, but it's all the way at the end of that shelf and I cannot be bothered to reach it. So here it is here. I don't own the Definitive Edition over there though, only on here. But I did own it on the Wii. Didn't beat it. I got quite far though. And I've played that a little bit and it's really good. It's just as fun as I found it on the Wii. But the fact I can play it handheld now might provoke me to actually beat the game this time. And obviously while I'm on Xenoblade Chronicles, here's the sequel, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is a really good game as well. I haven't beaten this one either. I've gone quite a way into it. I do this with RPGs. I start them, I go quite far sometimes, and I'll just never beat them. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. This is a 2D platformer, kind of similar to Donkey Kong Country, whereas the first Yooka-Laylee game was Banjo-Kazooie style 3D platformer. I personally prefer the first Yooka-Laylee game. I really love that game, but this one I still really enjoy as well. Haven't actually beaten the Impossible Lair. I did try to do it on a stream a while ago, but was unsuccessful. But one day I'll beat it. And the final alphabetized Switch game I'm going to show off is Yoshi's Crafted World. Now I don't play a lot of Yoshi games. I played Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U, and I really liked that game. But I didn't grow up with Yoshi's Island, and even though I have played it and think it's really good, but all of its sequels I just haven't played. Yoshi's Story I've recently played on the N64 app, and I don't really like it that much. But this one, you know, it's kind of like, you might have noticed I don't own Kirby Star Allies. But the fact is I did buy Kirby Star Allies. I beat it very quickly and then sold it because I just found it kind of boring. This is a similar story. It was better than Kirby Star Allies, I thought, but I played it over a weekend, had a fun time with it, but I don't think I'll ever play it again. It's just, I don't know, just kind of like didn't impress me a whole lot, I suppose. Alright, I said that's the last alphabetized one, but one that's not alphabetized is Shantae Half Genie Hero. Probably guess why it's not alphabetized, because it would look awkward sort of sat in the middle of a few of those games. So inside here it's the collector's edition. So the game I've got in there, and it's got like an art book and soundtrack CD in there as well. There's the CD, and like I say, you got a little art book there, so that's pretty damn cool. And this is the game that got me into the Shantae franchise as a whole, and I've played everyone since, and I've loved them all as well. So yeah, one of my favourite franchises now, and I cannot wait for them to bring out a new one. So those are my physical Switch games and a little bit about each one. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any you think I'm missing, any I should own. Obviously I might own them digital, and if I do I'll let you know that I do, but I'm not going to go through all the digital games, it will take way too long. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you for sticking to the end. Again, let me know if you recommend any games you want me to talk more about, any games you want me to do a whole video on. I'd love to deliver to you what you'd like to see. So make sure you give a like, make sure you're subscribed to not miss anything, and thank you so much again for watching. See you in the next one.